What does that mean to you?
Well, a heterotroph is both male and
Hmm?
Well, you're
Were you about to say both male and female?
female. I know, but,
That's only in eukaryotic. We're talking about prokaryotic.
this is
Okay.
okay.
Heterotroph. Means it gets its energy from a organic source. Hemorgano. Okay, so you got your carbon source. From an organic source. Energy. Carbon source. Okay? So that's basically what I'm saying there is, this is a bacteria that not only gets its energy source from an organic source, but it also gets its source of carbon from an organic source, right? And when we're talking about organic sources, we're also talking about maybe carbohydrates, like glucose. That's an organic carbon source, okay? It gets it from the energy coming from like glucose or some other type of carbohydrate. So it can convert that into energy. If I was to say that this was a chemo litho,
Lithium source.
what?
They get lithium from
Well, it will get it from a chemical source that is inorganic. Of carbon. But if I say that it is a autotroph, you got heterotroph, autotroph, that means it gets its energy.
from itself.
Well, no, that would be a photo. That would be photo,
So it makes its own.
yeah. Auto, it makes its own from inorganic source. Okay?
So this is all in that one question?
Yeah, this is all part of that question.
So
You
lithium.
can have litho and auto.
Okay,
No, they're making the auto.
not to confuse you, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that these are the differences, right?
Oh, okay.
The answer that you will be putting
Yeah, he's been saying that.
will be that. This is a bacteria that gets its carbon source and energy source both from an organic molecule or source, right?
From an organic what?
Yeah, so it's just a bacteria that gets their energy, both their carbon and organic, or wait, carbon.
It gets its carbon source from an organic source, and it
its
gets its energy from an organic source.
So that's it.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so if I'm talking about that one that's in that question, that's where the answer should be, or you should at least state that in a sentence.
Just one sentence?
It should be one sentence.
That's it?
No, that's just the first part.
Oh.
They gotta make it.
No, that's why I'm, wait,
I
what's
wish
going
it
on?
I'm going through it step by step.
Okay, wait, because you
Okay.
said
A bacteria that is classified as hemorganoheterotroph means that this bacterium receives its carbon source and its energy source both from an organic molecule. I can't say it any more simpler than that. Okay?
The bacteria that is classified as hemorrhagic
Oh my
Yes.
means that it receives what? It receives its carbon source and its energy.
Carbon and its energy source from an organic
Carbon,
Just
read
read
off this one.
All you do is look at that and then.
Okay, so, the next part of that question is, it's a facultative anaerobe, right? So, a facultative anaerobe What do we know about facultative anaerobe?
Anaerobic doesn't need oxygen, right?
No, it's mean.
There's another part of its name,
I don't know what that
Facultative?
means.
facultative, meaning that it can if it has to.
Okay, so
Okay,
prefers.
you can facultatively do your homework if you're in the right state of mind. But if you're not in the right state of mind, then you may be an obligate procrastinator. Now, if you are a facultative procrastinator, that means that you prefer to be a procrastinator, but you can do your homework or your work if you have to.
That's a good,
I've never, that's a new one, I like that one. Facultative anaerobe, it prefers an oxygen environment, but can live in a non-oxygen environment facultatively.
You can grow in oxygen.
It prefers oxygen, but can grow in a non-oxygen environment. That's why when we look at a facultative anaerobe in a test tube, most of the growth is at the top where there's air, but you also see growth throughout the tube. Right? And throughout the tube, there's no oxygen at the bottom. So, next part of this is also catalase positive. What does catalase positive mean?
but it can.
Produces bubbles.
Catalase positive. So, what do we know about catalase positive bacteria? Some of you had those, right? Especially if I gave you a gram-positive cockeye,
Wall.
huh?
Don't they like, they build a wall, I don't know.
They produce an enzyme called catalase. Okay, so now this bacteria has the ability to produce the enzyme catalase, which helps protect it from the toxic effect of oxygen, against the toxic effect of oxygen. Remember how we have several different ways that bacteria can protect themselves. Some bacteria will produce a superoxide dismutase. That's an enzyme that will protect it from the superoxide form of it. Okay? But here we're talking about, what is it, H2O2? Is the formula for hydrogen peroxide? Okay. So that's a toxic form of oxygen to that bacteria. So it will produce catalase to help protect it. And we can tell this by when we put hydrogen peroxide on there, we get gas bubbles of hydrogen coming off there, right? Because it's breaking down the H2O2 and producing a hydrogen gas. Yes?
So Perry, so when you pour it on, this is get it cut, you put hydrogen peroxide on it and it bubbles,
Mhm.
and you keep pouring it and you keep pouring it, does that kill it?
It's killing the bacteria there, yeah.
It's just like, you keep pouring it until there's no bubbles. That's
Well,
what it is.
you would pour it on there, take some off, pour it on there again and see if it still bubbles. But just the exposure of it should kill the bacteria sufficiently. You're knocking down the number of bacteria. So if I'm knocking the number down from 5 trillion to a couple of hundred, then the chance of that bacteria causing any problems is less, especially if you put some neosporin on there and then a Band-Aid to keep it covered. So then-
So alcohol?
Alcohol
Which one's better?
will also kill them, but alcohol hurts. That's why I give my sons alcohol on their wounds when they come to me with a boo-boo. So
Child abuse for your.
that teaches them a lesson not to do that again. Or as my favorite term is, stupidity should hurt. And so I ask them after they've done something stupid, does that hurt? And yes, there you go, proves my point. I'm kidding, I don't do that.
You're not.
I did that a couple times,
I have a video.
but my wife told me to stop doing that. What?
I have your video, all of it.
Oh, it's okay, everybody knows I do that.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so
Okay.
what are you?
Next
Next part of the question is, it's also a mesophile,
Okay.
okay? What else do we know about mesophiles? As far as their growth requirements.
What does meso mean?
Meso meaning kind of in the middle or happy medium, I think. Okay, so we have temperature. And so this temperature is somewhere around, let's say, 20 degrees Celsius,
What does Mexico?
37 degrees Celsius, and say 45 degrees Celsius. These bacteria will grow at an optimum of 37 degrees Celsius, making them mesophiles. What does that mean about those bacteria as far as it affects us?
Would it be like that they can grow at any temperature?
Well, their
but
optimum, they can grow anywhere between 20 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees
But
Celsius.
they're best at.
But they're best at 37 degrees Celsius.
So is that what?
So how is that important to us?
Well, this isn't our normal temperature.
37 degrees Celsius. So that makes them medically important. Meaning they like to live in our environment. Our environment is a nice, happy place for them to live. So when you go through that essay, you're going to state that this bacteria is a chemoorganotrope or heterotroph, meaning that it gets its energy and carbon source from a organic molecule. It is a facultative anaerobe. So this bacteria prefers to be in an oxygen environment, but can live facultatively in a anaerobic environment. This bacteria is also catalase positive, meaning that it will produce an enzyme catalase which helps protect it from a toxic form of oxygen, such as hydrogen peroxide. It is also a mesophile, meaning that it prefers to live at a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius for its optimum growing of that bacterial replication, which makes it medically important because the human body temperature is somewhere around 37 degrees Celsius.
What was that for its optimum growth? How do you spell that?
OPT,
IUN?
huh?
IUN?
Yeah, optimum, M-U-N.
Optimum
Optimal.
growth, making it, what
What?
important, like, to us because that's.
Medically important
Uh-huh.
because our body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, number two, we all ready to move on?
Actually, you have 1 minute.
Oh, okay, well, we still got Wednesday and Friday for,
And then-
review on this. And then we still have the coffee house on Saturday morning at